Imagine just for a moment that somewhere in the vastness of the universe there exists a version of you, another you, living a different life, in a different reality, perhaps making different choices or walking a different path. What if that version is observing your every decision, silently guiding you, and maybe even trying to send you signs? You might think this sounds like a scene from a science fiction film, but quantum physics and spiritual philosophy suggest that the world we perceive is just one of countless possibilities. Every single decision you make, every thought that passes through your mind, could be shifting you toward one of these parallel realities. In each of these realities, there is a version of you, some thriving, others facing unknown trials, but each one connected to you in ways you might not yet fully understand. But what if you could tune into these alternative versions of yourself? What kind of wisdom would they impart? Could they help you avoid mistakes or even propel you toward your highest potential? The concept of parallel realities isn't just a curious thought experiment. It's a gateway to deeper self-discovery, self-empowerment, and spiritual enlightenment. When you begin to explore this connection, it opens up pathways that allow you to reframe your choices, understand your potential, and perhaps live the life you've always dreamed of. Connecting with these parallel versions of yourself is more than just a mental exercise. It can be a powerful tool for personal development. It's like having access to the combined wisdom of multiple versions of you, each having lived through different experiences, gained unique insights, and conquered challenges that you might currently face. One version of you may have already found peace with their purpose, living in harmony with the universe. Another might have achieved their greatest ambitions, overcoming obstacles you are now dealing with. Imagine if you could tap into their knowledge. Each of these versions of you has something valuable to offer, an alternative perspective, a lesson learned, or guidance for your journey. And as you start to align with these parallel versions energetically, you not only begin to transform your current reality, but you also awaken to the field of infinite possibilities that lie ahead. Today, we'll explore how to recognize the signs that your parallel version is trying to communicate and what you can do to strengthen that connection. This journey might just be the key to unlocking a more abundant, more conscious life, one that's aligned with your true purpose. Are you ready to embark on this transformative adventure? From a spiritual perspective, the idea of parallel realities is absolutely fascinating. The belief is that the universe is composed of infinite, coexisting dimensions. In each of these dimensions, there are different versions of ourselves, living lives that mirror the infinite possibilities of our thoughts, choices, and energy. Every decision you make creates a ripple across the universe, spawning new realities and new versions of you. Think of it like this. Each thought, each intention you have creates a new branch in the ever-growing tree of the universe. In one branch, you may have taken that job offer you declined in this reality. In another, you might have pursued a passion you never dared to explore. In each of these realities, a different version of you is experiencing the consequences of these choices. In some realities, you're living your dream life, while in others, you're facing different challenges. The energy you emit, your thoughts, your vibrations, determines which path you walk in this reality. Quantum physics offers a complementary view. According to the concept of quantum superposition, particles, and by extension, reality itself, can exist in multiple states at once. This means that every possibility, every potential reality exists simultaneously. It's only through our consciousness, our awareness and decisions that we collapse these possibilities into the reality we experience. So, the idea of multiple versions of ourselves living in parallel realities isn't just an abstract, esoteric theory. It's an idea that finds resonance both in science and spirituality. Every version of yourself is a representation of your infinite potential, living distinct realities. While these versions may seem separated by thin layers of frequency, they are all connected by the same universal consciousness that binds us together. And here's where it gets interesting. These versions of you might be trying to communicate with you, to help guide your path, to offer advice from beyond the boundaries of your current reality. But how can you tell when a parallel version of yourself is trying to reach out? What signs should you be looking for? One of the most common signs is the phenomenon of déjà vu, that eerie sense that you've experienced a moment before, even though it's happening for the first time. What if déjà vu is more than just a fleeting mental glitch? What if, in that moment, you're tapping into the experiences of a parallel version of yourself? It's as if, for a brief instant, the veil between realities lifts and you glimpse a moment lived by another you. This could be one of the most subtle but powerful ways that your parallel self communicates with you. But there's more. Synchronicities, those strange, meaningful coincidences that seem too perfectly timed to be random, are another clear sign. Have you ever thought about someone, only for them to call you moments later? Or noticed the same symbol or number appearing in different places, over and over again? These are not mere accidents. These are breadcrumbs, hints from a parallel version of yourself or from the universe itself. For example, let's say you've been contemplating a major life decision, like switching careers. Suddenly, you start noticing the same symbol repeatedly, a logo, a word, or an image. In advertisements on social media, or even in casual conversations. This could be a parallel version of you, living in a reality where that career change has already been made, trying to guide you toward the right path. It's as if they're whispering, "Pay attention, you're on the right track." Another potent sign is through dreams. Dreams have long been regarded as a portal to the subconscious mind, but what if they're also a gateway to other realities? Particularly vivid dreams, those that seem so real, they leave you shaken or deeply affected, could be more than just fragments of your imagination. These dreams could be reflections of the experiences of a parallel version of yourself. Have you ever had a dream that felt incredibly lifelike? Perhaps you were living a completely different life, surrounded by people you've never met, yet everything felt oddly familiar. You may be accessing the memories or experiences of another you. Lucid dreams, in which you become aware that you're dreaming and can even control the dream, are even more powerful. These dreams allow you to consciously explore other realities and interact with alternative versions of yourself. Take note of your dreams. The details, places, people, emotions may carry important messages. If you frequently dream of living a life you desire but haven't yet achieved, it could be a sign that this reality exists in another dimension and is within your reach. All you need to do is align with that version of yourself. Sometimes the signs are more subtle. Have you ever felt like you didn't quite belong, like the reality around you didn't seem to fit? This feeling of being out of place or even out of time can be a sign that you're briefly tuned into a parallel version of yourself. It's as if your consciousness temporarily shifts, allowing you to perceive a reality that exists alongside your own. These moments can feel disorienting, but they're also deeply meaningful. They may be telling you that you're on the cusp of a breakthrough or a significant shift in your life. Another sign of communication from your parallel self comes in the form of intuition. We've all had those gut feelings, the ones that tell us to make a certain decision, even when logic says otherwise. What if those instincts are actually a message from a parallel version of yourself, guiding you toward the right path? Intuition is like a lifeline to these other realities, offering you glimpses of choices already made in other dimensions. Your parallel versions might also communicate through sudden changes in behavior. Have you ever started adopting new habits or hobbies seemingly out of the blue? Maybe you've developed a passion for something you previously had no interest in, or your routine suddenly shifts in a way you can't quite explain. These changes could be reflections of a parallel version of yourself influencing your current reality. Perhaps that version of you has already integrated these behaviors, and now that energy is being projected into your life. Once you recognize these signs, the next logical step is to strengthen your connection with your parallel self. The practice of vibrational attunement can help you align your energy with the frequencies of these other versions of yourself. Everything in the universe is made up of energy, and every thought, emotion, and action you take emits a certain vibration. These vibrations resonate with particular realities, including the parallel versions of yourself. To align with a version of yourself that's living a life of abundance, peace, or fulfillment, you need to elevate your vibrational frequency. The good news is, your vibrational state isn't fixed, it's fluid. You can raise it by making conscious choices in your thoughts, emotions, and actions. Simple practices like gratitude, forgiveness, and compassion can significantly raise your vibration. For example, when you practice gratitude daily, you're tuning your energy to a reality where abundance is already part of your life. Gratitude shifts your focus from lack to abundance, opening you up to receive the blessings that already exist in another version of your life. But it's not enough to raise your vibration once and expect lasting results. Consistency is key. To maintain alignment with your parallel selves, you need to establish daily routines that keep your frequency high. These routines could include meditation, physical exercise, mindful eating, and being conscious of the words and thoughts you use throughout your day. Meditation is particularly powerful because it allows you to enter altered states of consciousness, where the boundaries between different realities become astonishingly thin. What's truly fascinating is that during these altered states, your brain shifts into what is known as theta wave activity, a frequency that is most prevalent when we are in deep meditation or the dream-like state right before sleep. Theta waves are associated with deep relaxation, heightened creativity, and the subconscious mind, and scientists have found that it is in this state where we can experience profound healing, connect with intuition, and even tap into the unknown realms of our consciousness. In this theta state, not only does the mind quieten, but the usual filters and limitations of everyday awareness start to fade. This opens up an extraordinary opportunity to transcend the physical boundaries of time and space, which may allow us to connect with parallel realities. In other words, your consciousness isn't confined to the here and now. It can access the infinite versions of you that exist across different dimensions, timelines, and realities. This isn't just a metaphysical concept. Quantum mechanics lends credence to the idea that all realities exist simultaneously in a state of potential. It's through our observation, our conscious intention, that we collapse these potentials into the reality we experience. During meditation, when you visualize yourself living in the reality you wish to experience, you are essentially directing your consciousness toward a particular potential reality and energetically aligning with it. Imagine this. As you meditate, picture yourself living a life filled with peace, abundance, and harmony. Don't just see it, feel it in every fiber of your being. Experience the joy of that reality as if it were already part of your present moment. Neuroscientists have discovered that the brain doesn't distinguish between real and vividly imagined experiences. This means that when you deeply visualize something, your brain rewires itself as if the experience is actually happening. The more vividly you can imagine it, the more powerful the effect. Over time, this practice can recondition your mind and body to align with the version of yourself that's already living that life. This leads to a fascinating phenomenon known as neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections. When you repeatedly focus on a desired reality during meditation, you're literally rewiring your brain to operate as though you are already living that reality. This, in turn, changes your perception of the world and the choices you make, making it easier to attract the people, opportunities, and circumstances that align with that vision. But it goes deeper. Ancient spiritual traditions have long spoken about the transformative power of meditation, and modern science is now catching up. Studies on long-term meditators have shown that meditation can physically alter the structure of the brain, increasing the thickness of the prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for decision-making and awareness, and shrinking the amygdala, which governs fear and stress. This means that through consistent meditation, you're not only aligning with your higher self, but you're also reducing stress, enhancing focus, and improving your overall mental and emotional resilience. Over time, as you practice visualizing your ideal reality and feeling the emotions associated with it, you begin to raise your vibrational frequency to match the version of yourself that's already living that reality. It's not just wishful thinking, it's vibrational alignment. As the law of attraction teaches, like attracts like, when you elevate your vibration to resonate with peace, abundance, and harmony, you naturally begin to attract those same experiences into your current reality. This is because you're not just asking the universe for something, you're energetically embodying the state of having it. Additionally, there's an interesting psychological component to this practice. When you consistently meditate on a certain vision for your life, you begin to develop what's known as a cognitive bias toward that reality. This means that your mind starts filtering out information that doesn't align with your desired outcome, and it begins to notice opportunities, people, and experiences that do. This is often called the reticular activating system, RAS, a part of your brain that acts as a filter for information, helping you focus on what's important to you. By repeatedly meditating on the life you want, you essentially train your brain to seek out and attract the elements of that life in your everyday world. In fact, numerous studies on meditation have shown that individuals who practice visualization techniques are more likely to manifest their desired outcomes than those who don't. Olympic athletes, for example, often use visualization as part of their mental training. By visualizing themselves crossing the finish line or executing the perfect performance, they're able to achieve significantly better results than those who rely solely on physical training. Meditation, then, becomes more than just a relaxation tool. It becomes a bridge between your current self and the infinite possibilities that exist in the quantum field. It allows you to tap into a reality where your highest potential already exists and begin drawing that reality into your present experience. This process of alignment, repetition, and intention setting enables you to co-create with the universe, shaping your life in ways that may seem miraculous to others, but are the natural result of deliberate vibrational attunement. To make this process even more powerful, you can incorporate specific practices into your meditation routine. For instance, affirmations can help solidify your intentions. As you meditate, repeat affirmations such as I am worthy of abundance, or I am aligned with my highest purpose. These statements help reprogram your subconscious mind and further align your energy with the version of yourself that's living the life you desire. Incorporating breathwork can also deepen your meditation. Conscious breathing helps to regulate your nervous system and brings you into a state of calm and focus, making it easier to visualize and tune into different realities. By controlling your breath, you also help to maintain a heightened state of awareness, keeping your mind alert and receptive to the subtle energies of parallel dimensions. Through regular meditation, visualization, and vibrational alignment, you begin to collapse the distance between your current self and the parallel versions of you that are living the life you dream of. And here's the astonishing part. Many people who practice this have reported experiencing synchronicities, rapid manifestations, and moments where their dreams seem to effortlessly become reality. This isn't magic. It's the natural result of working in harmony with universal laws and the incredible power of your own mind. However, None of these practices will work unless you're willing to develop a deep level of self-awareness. You need to consciously observe your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors to ensure they're in harmony with the frequency you wish to emit. If you're constantly stuck in negative thought patterns or old habits, you may remain anchored in a reality that doesn't serve you. The next time you notice a sign from a parallel version of yourself, a dream, a moment of déjà vu, or a meaningful coincidence, don't dismiss it. These signs are messages guiding you toward a more authentic and aligned version of yourself. Start keeping a journal to record these experiences. Over time, you may notice patterns that reveal a deeper connection between your parallel selves. Once you've interpreted these signs, the final step is to integrate their lessons into your daily life. This is where real transformation happens. The messages you receive from your parallel self are not meant to be merely observed. They're meant to be applied. If a parallel version of you is guiding you toward a particular career, relationship, or lifestyle change, take that guidance seriously. Reflect on how you can incorporate those lessons into your current reality. For instance, if you feel drawn to explore a new hobby, skill, or even a different way of thinking, consider that this could be your parallel self nudging you toward a path that has already brought fulfillment in another reality. By embracing this guidance, you not only grow personally, but you also strengthen the connection with the version of yourself that has already walked this path. Every decision you make, no matter how small, shifts you closer to, or further from, the version of yourself that's already living your ideal life. As you begin to align more deeply with your parallel versions, you may notice that opportunities start to flow more effortlessly into your life. You'll feel a greater sense of purpose, clarity, and alignment with the universe. Ultimately, aligning with your parallel versions is about conscious evolution. It's about realizing that you are not limited by your current circumstances. You have access to infinite versions of yourself, each one carrying the potential for growth, wisdom, and fulfillment. As you integrate these lessons into your life, you'll begin to unlock deeper layers of your true essence. Thank you for taking the time to explore this journey with me. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with others who might benefit from these insights. And as always, feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your reflections and experiences.